What's up everyone, OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we've got some great information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we're starting off with Persona 5R. There is a confirmation of new information about this game on March 23rd after the 1 hour anime special. This comes directly from the Persona 5 Twitter page. So let's go ahead and hop right into what they had to say here. On March 23rd, 20 JST, please await a while after the 1 hour special broadcast finale for Persona 5, the animation Stars and Hours. Finally, it's the final battle of the Phantom Thieves. Furthermore, after the main story is over, a follow-up news for Persona 5R will be shown. Don't miss it, everyone. And that is the direct translation. Now, the Persona 5 Stars and Hours will air on the Tokyo MX Gunma TV and Toshigi TV between 20 and 21 JST. That is 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Daylight Time, more like it, I should say, PDT and EDT. Now, in addition to that, the streaming platform Crunchyroll will air the finale later in the day for people who aren't going to be up, because most people probably aren't going to be able to catch that 4 a.m. I'm not waking up to watch that. However, later they did say that there's going to be some information on Persona 5R. They said, oh wow, they didn't give us an exact or direct time after the animation is over that they're going to get that information on Persona 5R. So maybe they're waiting for everybody to wake up here in the West, then reveal what's going down. But Persona 5R, that's something that a lot of people have speculated. There's been rumors floating around that it could be the Nintendo Switch version of the game. But then there's been other contradicting things that say, oh, well, Persona 5R, that's for the PlayStation 4, and then the Nintendo Switch is going to be getting a Persona 5S. So I don't think, or I don't know, more like it, I don't know if there's going to be any information on Persona 5 for the Nintendo Switch at this event, or what's going to be going down. What we do know is that Persona 5R is definitely going to be on PlayStation 4. That's what we do know, or on PlayStation. Let's just go ahead and say that, because there was the PlayStation logo before the tease of Persona 5R, I think last year or something like that. So we do know that it is going to be on a PlayStation platform, but we don't know anything else outside of that. But there's been tons of rumors going around. Obviously, the big elephant in the room, right, is Joker in Super Smash Brothers. He's coming over next month. That's getting very close to being here. So people have been speculating on all sorts of things, and there's been plenty of rumors that go around from people that are credible that say Persona is definitely coming to Switch. I just don't know if this is the actual time that they're going to announce it, or if they're not going to wait till E3, or maybe they wait till next month and they announce it with Joker. I mean, there could be all different types of ways. Atlas is weird, and that's the one thing that I've realized, especially when it comes to Atlas, is don't expect or don't try to anticipate what Atlas is going to do, because then you're going to end up being like, oh wow, well, that didn't happen, because Atlas just does weird things. They just do really weird things, along with Sega. So I don't know what's going to happen after this, but maybe this is finally where we see Persona 5 on the Nintendo Switch. Maybe we have to wait a little bit more. I'm not really sure, but what we do know is that there is going to be some Persona 5R news on March 23rd. So look forward to that, guys. So what do you guys think about this when it comes to Persona 5R and the potential of what's been going down? Nintendo Switch potentially. Are you excited for Joker and Super Smash Brothers? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the next topic here, I wanted to discuss briefly Cadence of Hyrule and some of the collaborations, the indie collaborations that Nintendo has been talking about here. So Nintendo recently announced Cadence of Hyrule, which is a really cool like indie mix-up between the Crypt of the Necrodancer, that franchise, and The Legend of Zelda. And the full name of the game is Cadence of Hyrule, Crypt of the Necrodancer. And in this game, you're actually able to use Link and also Princess Zelda. And this is a rhythm action dungeon crawler. You go with the beat, and every single time you move with the beat, the enemies move. And then you also have attacks and magic and all sorts of stuff that you can do. And you can collect and level up. And after watching some gameplay of the original, it's actually pretty cool. It looks like it'd be pretty cool. Not necessarily my style, but I'll be honest, guys, like looking at Link and Princess Zelda in this definitely has me way more interested than I would be before. And the Nintendo of America indie dude, Kirk Scott, he said that there could be some more in the works in the future when it comes to indie collaborations using Nintendo IP. So here's what he had to say fully. Quote, "I hope that this is indeed the beginning of a closer relationship between independent developers and our IPs. It would be great and it would benefit both parties." So there you go on that one. I think Cadence of Hyrule, Crypt of the Necrodancer, I feel that depending on how well this does, I think that we could see more of that from them, or we just could see more other companies using the IPs. And people kind of went crazy, like, oh, well, now give F-Zero to Shinin, and people just start saying all sorts of stuff. And I guess that would be the one thing that I could say is like, okay, well, let's see if F-Zero could go to them. But I think that F-Zero, for me at least, I would like it to be a larger scope and scale in game that Shinin would be able to do. So I'm not sure if I'd like to see that, but I think it would be really cool to lend characters, not necessarily the full franchise to make a game, but give them characters to fit within their structure so they're not feeling overwhelmed. I think that's the biggest thing that you have to realize here with these indie developers, because people are starting saying, oh, well, give these huge franchises and let them make the full game. And I'm like, whoa, calm down here, calm down here. They're not making a completely like new Zelda game. You know, they're just using their characters within the brand that they've already established and the type of gameplay, because if you let them make the whole game, then obviously that's going to be a lot more pressure. So I think that what we could see is maybe like F-Zero cars in a fast racing Neo, something like that, or we could see stuff like Fire Emblem characters in different types of games, but not necessarily the full like franchise, give them the whole keys to the, you know, to the car and everything. But I do feel that this is a pretty cool thing, and I feel that more people are going to get into Crypt of the Necrodancer because there are these Legend of Zelda characters in there, and it can benefit other independent developers. So shout out to the developers of Crypt of the Necrodancer. I know that they're pretty damn happy because now the sales of their game are going to be way more than what they were. Obviously, there's going to be more kickback to Nintendo, I would think. But at the same time, I think it gets their franchise way more eyes on it because it does have Link and Princess Zelda in there. And this will be the first Crypt of the Necrodancer game that I've ever played, just because I don't know how many there are, but I'm going to play it now just because Link actually looks pretty cool in here and Princess Zelda's in here as well. I always like to see stuff like this. I think it's cool when you have these nice little crossovers and things. So what do you guys think about this news here when it comes to Persona 5R in addition to Cadence of Hyrule, and what Nintendo's potentially planning for more independent developers out there? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace!